What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Element Cup, which is coming to Pokemon Go Battle League this week. We're going to be diving into the best Pokemon that are going to be available for this cup. We're going to dive into the Pokemon that I'm personally going to be using and I have invested in, and then we're going to take a look at some of my teams that'll be running here for the Element Cup. So I hope you guys enjoy today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this style of cup here for Go Battle League. Do you guys want to see more when it comes to 500 combat power cups, or would you guys rather see more Great League variety? Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so first and foremost, the Element Cup is going to be a 500 combat power cap. It's going to be grass, water, and fire type Pokemon that are pre-evolutions. That means something like Chikorita or Piplup. Pokemon like that who can evolve, who have that typing. There won't be any, maybe like Gyarados, for example. You can't use that. Even though it is water, it's the evolved type. On top of that, it's going to be 2x Stardust for both Master League, Master League Classic, and the Element Cup, which is going to be really nice. Even if you don't enjoy it too much, we all love Stardust, so it might be worth just having a team doing battles and raking in the Stardust. It's also going to be 2 weeks long from June 28th, which is today, to July 12th. Let's go ahead and dive into the rankings. Now we're over here on pvpoke.com where you guys can check out ratings, do battle simulations, and do team building. If you guys just go to the top right here, you can scroll down and click on the Element Cup. This is going to give us an idea for the best Pokemon here for this league. Now, Ducklet is going to be so strong. Ducklet is going to be a water flying type Pokemon and has access to Brave Bird, which is going to be near one-shotting a lot of Pokemons. It's going to be doing mostly neutral damage to the whole meta. Now, as you can see here, it does well against all types of Pokemon, the waters, the grass, and the fires. But one thing you got to watch out for is going to be Chinchou. I know it doesn't show it there for key losses, but Chinchou is going to be one of the top counters here for Ducklet. And as we go through the rankings right here, you'll notice it's very rock, paper, scissors. That's because it's a grass, water, fire cup. So we're going to see Ducklet, we're going to see some grass in terms of Cottony, Bulbasaur, Growlithe, and Vulpix for fires, Chikorita, and Oddish. As we can see now, Chinchou is the one that I want you guys to pay attention to. Chinchou absolutely locks down Ducklet. You guys can use Spark, Bubble Beam, and Thunderbolt, and if you just go Spark and Bubble Beam, you can just take out Ducklet easy peasy. Look at that, absolutely destroys it right there, Thunderbolt, and that's because of that water flying typing. So as you can see, Chinchou is going to be the #1 counter when it comes to Ducklet. It's going to be great. I personally have it, I've invested in it, and I invested in my only shiny as well, so I can flex that. But yeah, Chinchou is going to be pretty solid. Now, when it comes to the grass and the fires, the personal grass and fires that I like are ones that have access to neutral type moves as well as their typing moves. So, for example, Vulpix right here, right? Vulpix Shadow or Vulpix Normal, right? Similarly ranked, they're going to do really well. I personally don't have Shadow, so we're going to take a look at the normal. We got Ember, Weather Ball, Fire, and Body Slam. That is absolutely solid. It's obviously going to be locking down the grass, and it can do decent against those waters like Ducklet and Chinchou, and that's because of Body Slam. It's going to be doing neutral damage. So if you're head on energy, things are looking pretty good. Again, Weather Ball Fire is really nice, super spammy. So Vulpix right here is going to be extremely spammy. On top of that, some of the grass type Pokemon, like personally Chikorita, I think is going to be really nice. It's going to have Vine Whip, Body Slam, and Grass Knot. This is what's key, is having that neutral type move and then having that coverage when it comes to like Grass Knot, because it is a grass type Pokemon. You are going to be losing to winning, sorry, to Ducklet and Chinchou and Slowpoke. You have to watch out, obviously, for the moves from Ducklet. It could have Aerial Ace or Brave Bird, which will do a lot of super effective damage. And then key losses, Cottony, Vulpix, Growlithe, etc. But notice how the Vulpix and Growlithe fights are pretty close. That meaning close to 500 rating is going to be a tie. That's due to Body Slam, doing that neutral damage like I talked about. And Vine Whip is a great fast move for gaining energy very quickly. So when it comes to your Stardust investments, we'll dive into mine. I firstly am using Pokemon that I used back in the Little Cup. If you guys participated in that back in Season 5 when Bronzor was the meta, it was a Bronzor Cup, basically. I still have some Pokemon from that, like Seal, like Vulpix, like Cottony, so I'm going to be using those. On top of that, I've invested in some Pokemon like Chikorita, which is very inexpensive, right, because it's 10,000 Stardust to unlock a second charge move because it is a starter Pokemon. It has Body Slam as well. Plus, I decided to invest in Shadow Execute as well. I think Confusion, Seed Bomb, and Ancient Power are going to be pretty nice, and that Ancient Power as well is a rock type move which can do super effective damage to Ducklet and those fires as well, so it could be pretty strong. They're going to have to watch out for that, and obviously being Shadow, it's going to put out a lot of damage. Confusion is going to do neutral across this meta, or even super effective to some Pokemon like a Bulbasaur, for example, which is going to be grass poison. Alright, so taking a look at the Pokemon that I've invested in here, I like to nickname them so I can easily access them when it comes to building my teams or using them, so I just nickname them all Element. Start things off, we got my Cottony, which is going to be a single moved. I could unlock the second charge move if I want, but Charm and Seed Bomb, I think I need a second cup of coffee today. Charm and Seed Bomb is going to be really nice. And then I also have my Piplup, which is going to be really cool. Bubble, Drill Peck, and Icy Wind. That's a really great combination. Can do really well on Safe Swap, or if you happen to catch a good lead, maybe against a Fire-type Pokemon, and they swap in a Grass, you can throw Icy Wind or Drill Peck, which is going to be really nice. I also got that Shadow Execute that I was talking about. I'm considering unlocking a second charge move. I haven't done it just yet, and I might TM away Seed Bomb for Ancient Power to help out against those fires, but we'll have to see. If I get quite a bit of Stardust, I may invest in it, but as you can see, I only have 300,000, so I might hold off for now. We also got Chinchou here, which I do need to unlock a second charge move for, so it's going to be Spark, Bubble Beam, and Thunderbolt. That's going to be 50,000 to unlock. And again, I powered up a Shiny because why not? It's the only one I have, and I think it's a really cool Pokemon, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I got Chikorita as well, so Vine Whip, Grass Knot, Body Slam, going to be a really solid, cheap investment that you guys can use and can synergize on a lot of teams. Again, Vine Whip, Body Slam is incredibly spammy, and it's going to really do well in neutral matchups or even losing matchups against Fire-type Pokemon. Next up, we got my Seal right here, which is going to be Lick Icy Wind. I'm going to be changing that probably to Ice Shard Icy Wind. We'll have to see how that plays out because Lick, we don't need it here for Bronzer because Bronzer's not in it, which is why we had it because of that Psychic typing. So I can go with Ice Shard and Icy Wind. We'll have to see if I just end up deciding to use that. But we also got Vulpix here, which is going to be Ember, Body Slam. I don't have Weather Ball right now because, again, these are all very costly, right, for 2 weeks. Now, if I deem that it's worthy to invest or unlock the second charge move, you guys will probably see it in a video because the Stardust, if it's good enough that 5 sets gets me that 50,000 back, beautiful, then I can spend like 3 days unlocking charge moves and the rest of it is all profits. Next up, we got Growlithe right here. This one's going to be very strong. I did unlock the second charge move for this one right away. So Ember, Flamethrower, and Body Slam. And what's nice about Growlithe too is it can go toe-to-toe with Ducklet, especially on Safe Swap. If they bring in that Ducklet, so let's say we run Chinchou on the lead and Safe Swap a Growlithe, they bring that Ducklet in. Body Slams really add up, and the Shadow here is absolutely deadly. Next up, we got Ducklet, which is going to be Wing Attack, Brave Bird, and Aerial Ace. I'm actually going to change that to Bubble Beam right here, which is going to be nice on Safe Swap, and it's also going to really help out against those Fire-type Pokemon like Growlithe and Vulpix. So those are my 9 Pokemon that I have right now, unless it's extremely cheap. I don't have Bulbasaurs as well, otherwise I would have one if you guys were wondering. We'll just take a look at my Bulbasaurs. Yeah, 15, I named it Get Wrecked. Because it's a shiny that's 511, and it had the second charge move unlocked for some reason, which wasn't, you know, super cheap, but still, I had a shiny one, and I can't change it back, which is really unfortunate. So I got wrecked right there. If you guys are going to choose what I would say the best ones from this, I would definitely say Chinchou, Chikorita, Ducklet, Growlithe, and Vulpix. I think those 5 are absolutely solid. The other ones are good, but definitely a bit more on the expensive side. But yeah, really solid roster of 9. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the teams. Right, so I made some teams here with the Pokemon that I do have that I just showed you guys. We have Chinchou Double Fire, so it's going to be a Growlithe Safe Swap. Again, Chinchou hard locking down the Ducklet, also losing the Grass-type Pokemon, so we have Double Fires in the back. And Growlithe, Shadow Growlithe, can do really well on Safe Swap versus the Ducklet that could come in because it wants to stay away from Chinchou, which is always going to be nice. So we can set ourselves up for potential switch advantage advantage if we want to, or definitely get ourselves shield advantage with Body Slam. Next up, we have Ducklet Double Grass, so it's going to be Ducklet, Chikorita, and Execute right there. Execute's going to be that safe swap. Again, Shadow Confusion damage, Ancient Power, going to have some really nice coverage. And Chikorita, again, if I give it 2 shields in the back, it could probably handle a good part of the meta, as long as there isn't maybe a Vulpix with like loaded energy and a bunch of Weather Balls, right? Next up, we have Cottonee plus Double Water. So we're going to have Cottonee, Chinchou, and Ducklet. Ducklet's going to be safe swap. Again, drawing out that Chinchou if they do have it in the back, which will hard lock it down. We can easily nerf it there with Bubble Beams and try to land a Brave Bird potentially. And then Cottonee can come in and hard farm, and we got Chinchou close. Now we also have Chikorita and then Double Water again, but instead of Ducklet, we went with Seal this time. You can also use Piplup up there if you want to. Again, what this wants is a safe swap that can handle grass, and then Chinchou can handle those fires in the back with that Bubble Beam as well. Pretty solid. And then the final team, we're going to have Shadow Growlithe, Chikorita, and Ducklet. This is going to be a very RPS team. The reason why is I put Shadow Growlithe there on lead. If I face off against a lead loss, most likely going to be Chinchou, I'm just going to Body Slam it and force it to use shields, and then I'll come in hard farm with Chikorita, and then Ducklet can sweep endgame. So it's going to be like a sacrificial lead, and then having a good core in the back with energy and shield advantage. So that is why that's that strategy. The rest of these are ABB lines. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. These teams obviously haven't been able to test them because the Element Cup isn't out yet, but they definitely look pretty strong and have some good play, and there's a good variety here. Again, you guys want to save Stardust, go for those starters, and go for the Pokemon that you've used in the Little Cup as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the Element Cup, what you guys think about the Pokemon that I've invested in, and what you guys think about these teams. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.